Robert, what scares you, if anything? What scares you?
Not too much, not in the normal sense of things, you know what I mean? What scares me is dealing with the demons inside. Because I still have them, you know, they're still there. They'll always probably be there. So that's why I meditate. This morning I was up to meditate and handle the success from yesterday, but also what else is residual coming up. And you know, death terrifies many people. But like I said, when I had to push the nose down, right? Tell you, I didn't need coffee for about 3 weeks.
Does death scare you?
No, that's what I said. That when I had to look at death, I went to peace.
Right. And this is common. I've had a few people on my show that have had these near-death experiences, and they're in the middle of suffering and trauma, and then they're out of their body, and it's peaceful.
Yeah.
And they're connected, and then they have to make that choice, whether they're going to go back in or die.
Yeah.
And the ones I've spoken to obviously have gone back in, and for a reason, you know.
Yeah.
And they come back and tell these things, and that moment always sticks with them.
Yeah.
You know?
It was peace. You know, it felt like love. It was just peace. I was just in love with my crew. We're all facing death.
Yeah.
And we're just working as hard as we could, knowing that if I screwed up, we're dead anyway, but they still did their work. You know, we're going down. And the other thing that happened was about a month later, as a pilot, we don't see who we kill. It's a pretty sterile world, you know. But I had never seen anybody I killed that I knew of, because we're the gunships coming in all the time and pulling off. And then one day I was parked on this dusty field near a city called Quang Tri, where Quang Tri was the last stand. The NVA was coming down. And we're preparing for the battle for Quang Tri. And so we're just sitting around, and these boys, I was in charge of watching the helicopters because the crew went off for lunch. And these boys came out, and they were climbing on the helicopter. They're about 10-year-old boys, you know. And I said, hey, get off, get off, get off. They wouldn't listen. They were crawling around. Then I realized they might be sappers. They might be VC, Viet Cong. And then panic sets in. So I go running up to this, and I grab this one kid, and I'm screaming at all the other kids, get off the helicopters. They're not supposed to be on them. And they wouldn't listen. So I grabbed this kid, I'm holding him up like this, he's a small guy, and I just pulled out my gun and put it to his head. And I was gonna kill him. Because I'd never killed somebody, I'd never seen somebody's brains blown out, you know. I said, yeah, I was yelling, and he started kicking, and he started biting me. And then I lost it. And this feeling came over me, I said, he's dead. That all of a sudden, my mother had passed away like 2 years prior. And I could hear her saying to me, stop, stop, stop. Because I was a mean kid. She says, I've done my best to tell you to cut that mean, you know, whatever she was saying. You're so mean. And she says, look, I did not give you life to take another mother's child. Think before you kill him.